guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a bridal look. I hope you enjoy. Please don't forget to subscribe. Now I'm using my Garnier Skin Active cleansing micellar water to cleanse her face. But yeah, next I'm going to hydrate with my Urban Decay's all nighter. Then I would use my Embryolisse moisturizer to moisturize her skin and focus on her under eye, because the under eye dries out easily and you want to make sure it is hella moisturized so that you won't have like dry patches later on. Then to prime, I'm going to use my Milk Makeup primer, which I'm going to apply everywhere else except the under eye, because I want the under eye to remain moisturized. Now I'm going to use MAC and NARS foundation, mixing these two shades to get her ideal shade. So I'm going to use my flat brush to just go over the face with the foundation, and then I'm going to use my beauty blender to blend. She is chocolate skinned, and you want to make sure that you match undertones. I would have used NARS alone, but I needed to add MAC because of her undertones so that we can be accurate with it. So I'm using the bottom of my beauty blender now to pat and blend this foundation into the skin. You guys can see that the coverage of this foundation is super. NARS actually has a better coverage than MAC foundation. Yeah, you probably didn't know that, but that's a fact. So the mixture of both of them is giving me a very sweet coverage, which I cannot get over right now. So guys, let's just blend this foundation into the skin. Now we're basically almost done. I'm just using the bottom of my beauty blender to go around all over the face to make sure that foundation has gotten everywhere. I mean, you don't want that line that says, oh, there's no foundation here. Next up, I'm using my concealer from Northern Beauty to highlight her under eye. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this in bits, because this concealer blends out, or rather dries out really fast. So I'm going to do the under eye first instead of applying it everywhere and then blending it. So guys, I'm just going to make sure I do a seamless blend. Then I will go over the rest of the product into all the highlighted areas. I mean, areas that are meant to be highlighted. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to blend, applied to my forehead, applied to my nose, applied to my chin, applied to my cupid's bow. I'm just going to do my blending by patting. You guys should never forget that blending is by patting. Okay? What I'm actually doing right now is using a lighter shade of this concealer, because I love my under eye to be like hella highlighted, like super highlighted. I love the effect it gives to my makeup. So I'm going to use a lighter shade of the concealer just for the under eye area alone to make her under eye really bright. I mean, it gives me some sort of joy, like I'm not even kidding. It gives me joy to see my under eye looking like this. Next up, I'm using NARS foundation. This is a really dark shade. Can't really remember the shade right now, but it's like one of the darkest shades that Naz has, and I'm using it to contour her skin. I didn't do too much so the contour won't be too crazy, and then you guys can see how my if I tell you guys how I love contouring. It's like my fave part. Okay, it's not my fave, but it's like one of my favorite parts, really, because it just sort of warms up the face for me sometimes when you just feel like, oh, this face is just, it's looking like, oh, there's so much going on. Contour that face. I mean, it's gonna warm up the whole thing for you. So I'm blending the nose contour with my beauty blender because I don't want it to be too dark. I'm also using some parts of the foundation to do this blending. Now I'm going to sit everything into the skin, everything we've done so far. Next up, of course, I'm highlighting or rather setting the under eye and all the highlighted areas with this powder shade, which has a very yummy yellow undertone from my Lady V Beauty Planet powder palette. Oof, so long. Next, I'm going to use my Blot Beauty Cosmetics pressed powders in the shade Chestnut and Soft Pecan. I'm going to use it to go around her face. I'm mixing these two shades of powder because I want her undertone as well. It's very important to match the undertone, so that's the main reason why I'm doing this. So I'm just applying this powder everywhere. Don't be scared to let it touch your contour. Nothing is going to happen. You're not going to lose your contouring, especially when you've already snatched that face with wet contouring and everything. Nothing is going to happen. Come sun, come rain, that face is going to look sculpted. Okay, next up is my Sacha Buttercup setting powder, which I'm going to use to bake her face because Sacha has a yellow undertone. For those of you wondering, Sacha Buttercup has a yellow undertone. I find it amazing to use on chocolate skins. So just in case you were wondering, yeah, use that for your chocolate skin, folks. Now I'm going back into my Blot Beauty Cosmetics powder in the shade Chestnut. I'm using only Chestnut this time around. I'm just using it to like pronounce her contour, make it pop more. Okay, we did wet and dry highlighting, so it's only normal that we do wet and dry contouring. Next up, I'm going to do my brows on here. So I'm going to use my brow pencil, okay, to first of all just brush the strands of hair upwards. Then I'm going to get into the brows. You guys should pay attention because I tried to make this as detailed as possible. So I'm going to start with drawing the lower line, okay, the lower line which is the one that is under. I'm going to draw it, and you guys can see where I started drawing the lower line from, which is not where I'll start drawing the upper line from. I gave a little bit of space, and that space is mainly for my strands. Okay, so I'm just making sure it's a very straight line because I do not highlight the top of my eyebrows. Now I'm going to do my strands. Okay, I will just do like very thin strands. I don't like them very pronounced, and I wanted the eyebrows to be as natural as possible. Now going into highlighting, I'm using the same concealer shade which I used to highlight her under eye and stuff. I'm using it to highlight her brow bone alone. Okay, making sure that I'm making no mistakes with this because one little mistake can jeopardize everything that you have done so far with your brows. Next up, I'm going to use my fluffy brush to pat and blend the concealer. You don't sweep it down, you don't sweep it off, you pat it. Then I am going to go use the foundation, the same foundation I used on her face, the same foundation mixture. I'm going to go ahead and use it to highlight the end of her brows. Okay, the reason for this is so that it will just blend with the skin, not one white really harsh line popping out of the eyebrows and looking really harsh on top of your skin work that you've already done. So I'm going to also do the same thing in front, okay, using the foundation shade. Then I will blend with the fluffy brush by patting also, not by sweeping. Okay, you just pat and pat and pat. So I'm going to use my Saharan palette from Juvia's Place, using this dark brown shade to pat the outer V area, blending it also into the inner corner of the eye. The brush I'm using is sort of fluffy, just so that I would not have like harsh lines, so that it will be easy for me to just blend in circles. Okay, I'm going to try to blend in circles already now before I go into a different brush, using some sort of orange or like burnt orange shade, just a very tiny little bit, to also blend in circles so that there will be no harsh line up there. Next up is I'm going to use that blue shade from, is it blue green? What shade is this? I don't know, blue green or blue or green, from the same palette. I'm just going to apply it on the eyelid area, okay, using a smaller brush. Then I'm going to also take that silver shade from the same palette to apply it on the tear duct area, basically. Now I'm going to blend the brown into that blue shade, because there must be no harsh line separating that shade from the blue shade. Very simple. Now I'm going to use my e.l.f. pigment glue. I'm going to apply it on the eyelid, then I'm going to pat. Glitters from Lost Star Cosmetics. I'm just going to pat it on top. Like, it was really hurting me that while I was doing this, like, you guys were not seeing the beauty immediately, which is why I'm going to go do a low light video so you guys will see the effect of this glitters. Like, whoa, it's on fire, literally. Can you guys see? Like, it's literally on fire. You can't even tell me otherwise. Like, it's so mad. I had to do this low light video so you guys will appreciate the glitters. Now let's go back into the video. Now I'm applying my wink lashes. This shade is this style, yes, this lash style is called Damn Girl, yeah, and you know, it's for her engagement, her traditional wedding. So let's ensure that her lashes are really popping. That's why I'm using this lash style, so you guys can see how hot it is. Next, I'm going to apply highlighter to her Cupid's bow so that I can go ahead and do her lips. I'm lining with a lipstick from Zaron Cosmetics, using a lipstick brush so that I can easily do my V. Okay, I decided not to do the full lip technique, decided to do the V because of the shape of her lips. Her lips are already full. If we do the full lip technique, I mean, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to make her lips like really big? No, no. So let's just give it a nice lining, and then we can have nude in it. So I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty gloss. I'm going to use this gloss to gloss the lip. A lot of people feel like you don't gloss the lips for people's engagement. No, gloss your bride's lip. What's wrong with you? There's nothing like wrong with that. Then I'm going to use my Zaron Cosmetics lengthening mascara to make her lower lash line really prominent, because I love it. I love the effect of having to do this. I'm just making the lower lash line like pop. Okay, so that's exactly what I'm doing with my lengthening mascara from Saran Cosmetics. You guys can already see the effects. It's amazing. Next up, I'm just applying highlighter to her cheekbones, and that's it. So our bride is halfway ready, guys. She's not fully ready, but she's almost ready. Now, to get her fully ready, guess who I invited? I invited Gele. Yes, Gele. I'm going to put his handle right here. He is going to be tying this very amazing V-shaped Gele for her engagement. So this is him doing his thing. Guys, what do you think about this look already? Isn't it amazing? So he's basically done. Voila. It is so hot. I love it. And that's it, guys. That's basically the end. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for being on this journey with me. I really appreciate it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And I'm seeing you guys comment, and definitely I'm going to do everything you guys are requesting me to do. Thank you guys once again. I hope you guys loved and enjoyed while we created this beautiful bridal look. I mean, look at that Gele. So mad. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. If you leave this place without subscribing, don't try it.